working with money. All right, families, this is intended to help a range of you. So knowing where your learner is at will help. Grade 1, identifying coins and their values, the amount they're worth. Representing amounts to 20. So if you said, show me 15, they could do it. Or if you put down 2 coins, they could tell you how much that's worth. Add and subtract amounts to 10 cents. Grade 2, represent, which means to make, just like before. So they can make or compare and order amounts to 100 cents or $1. Add and subtract amounts to 100 cents. So that change aspect. Grade 3 is to $10. And this is where we start to see that relationship piece of 8 quarters is also a toonie. Making change to $10. Grade 4 to 100. Grade 5 to 1,000. And by then they should have consolidated their money concepts. Once your child knows the coins and the values, then we can start playing games. And it might be helpful to write a legend that if you had a box and you put penny and you drew a 1 cent underneath and then a nickel and a 5 and a dime and put the money values underneath and that stays there, that might help them have a legend depending where they're at in their memory skills. If you don't have coins on hand, especially pennies, this online tool for tablets and desktops by Matthews will work as well. So this can be done with a deck of cards or dice. Deck of cards is nice because then you get the numbers to 9, take out all the face cards. The dice, you're only working to 6. So I'm going to roll these dice, and now I need to make a 5 and a 6 out of my money to find the totals. Now, how much do I have in total? Your child might be able to skip count by 5s and go 5, 10, 11. If they're still having trouble and they say that this is 3, you might want to ask then how many pennies make up this coin? How many pennies make up a nickel? And then let's replace this nickel because this is the same amount. This and this are the same. So now you have 5. See if they can do it at this point, but likely you're going to have to replace that with 5 as well and have them count the pennies. And then you could say you have 5, 10. But if they're not at skip counting yet, they're going to have to likely replace with pennies. If that they've mastered quickly or is too easy depending on their age, so then I'm going to make 21 cents. 10, 21. Can you do it more than one way? And they might be able to do that. Okay. They can arrange whichever, if they wanted to say that was 12 or 21, however they wanted to arrange it. Again, it can be done with the deck of cards. You're going to get larger numbers, especially if you're going up to 100, up to $1 or 100 cents. The cards would be better. Really want to throw that challenge in, and in this point, you'd have to be there with them. If this is what they roll, then you're going to have to wing it each time. If I gave you 25 cents, how much change is missing? Or how much change is needed from your 21? Want a little bit more independence, and for grade 2-ish and above, you could just make it a standard change from $1 or change from 100, and then let the kids work it out, and then they are responsible for writing down what they have. So I had 62 cents, and it's up to you if you want them to list out or draw out the coins, and then how much was the change to get you to 100. Okay. Feel free to have that conversation about the decimal or the writing of the cent sign. And then they might use the coins here to count up to 100. They might have other strategies. This is where it gets interesting, watching their thinking and their planning. And the more times they do this, the more comfortable they'll get with combinations.